because I can't tan. I'm actually allergic to sun. I went to Hawaii and I had to wear a trench coat and stuff over my knees and a hat and glasses. I look like the Invisible Man in drag. And now I have married this guy who's very Scottish and very pale, and we have a translucent son. We're the family to make those clear Band-Aids for. Now, when I grew up, we used to sing Amazing Grace. That's my favorite song ever written because it goes to every, I don't know if y'all know this miracle, it goes to every tune ever written. It goes to Peaceful, Easy Feeling. It goes to Stairway to Heaven. We used to sing it to House of the Rising Sun. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Then we would sing it to that Coca-Cola song I'd like to teach the world to sing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. My favorite all time, theme to Gilligan's Island. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see.
I can't. Stop it. Give it up for Gordon. Look, he put all this together. He's taping it. He's taping it. You can buy the DVD in the lobby. It includes the director cut of his intros. There are 3 hours of bonus footage. 2 hours and 45 minutes is him introducing me. You were making fun of everybody this week. Everybody was high this weekend. The Chad Vader guys, their pupils were dilated. You even said Mike Peters was hot. You come from a country that has a flag with a giant leaf on it. Oh, cannabis, that homegrown native plant. Let's eat some chips and watch SpongeBob SquarePants. Because when nerd friends get together and drink, they just drown each other in pathetic. What we used to do, we made up a drinking game to Trivial Pursuit. I wish to God I was making that up. What we did was we'd all pick a category. It had to be our worst category, and if we went around on the board and got a question wrong, we had to do a drink. Guess what they picked? Sports. I'm reading the card. What sport is played with a football? Quidditch?
I'm going to be real diplomatic because, you know, I hate to speak ill of the criminally insane. He had problems. He had issues. No one's perfect,
Sure.
right? Hands of the men. The men in the audience. Oh, maybe I should. Okay, men. Oh, there you are. Okay. How many men have ever asked your wife to throw you the saw? Nobody? Oh, that's odd. Okay. All right, women. How many of you would throw the saw if your husband asked? Look at that. We are so obedient.
Okay, I want to get this out of the way right off the bat. I know this. I look like a cross between Billy Crystal and Dick Cavett. Yeah. People have been saying that to me lately, and I get this one too. Art Garfunkel and Howdy Doody. And I'm a dad. I have 3 children, and the average now I think is 2.54 children per family. We couldn't figure out that whole fraction thing, so we went with a full 3rd child, and we've been happy with that. That works out for us. Not everybody does that, but my youngest has a birthday coming up, and we were reminiscing about the night he was born. I remember my wife is pregnant out to here. She says, "This is it. It's coming." I got on the phone, told the doctor, "This is it. It's coming." The doctor said, "Is this her first child?" And I said, "No, this is her husband speaking." I don't know, maybe my voice goes up when I'm excited, but this was exciting. But I don't know if it's the same in Ohio, but in Minnesota, if you have 3 or more children, you have to buy a minivan. It's the law. And I wasn't excited about a minivan because it just didn't fit that whole male nurse stand-up comedy macho thing. Okay, work with me, will ya? And so I'm shopping for a minivan. I get kind of excited about it because, you know, it's got like 27 cup holders, built-in infant car seats, little pocket behind the seat where you can put the baggies of Cheerios. All of a sudden I'm thinking, hey, bitchin' wheels, you know. What's next for me? Bermuda shorts up to here, black knee-high socks, and wingtip shoes. You know, that dad uniform. I come from a large family myself, 6 children. And I remember asking my mom this very question. I said, Mom, if you had it to do over again, would you have 6 children? And she's so sweet. She looks at me and she says, sure I would, hon. Not the same 6.
My name is Sherry Antonetti, and I am a mother of 8, which means that sometimes it's really hard to turn off that mom button, you know? So to the man at the table last night whose meat I cut up and whose wine I substituted for apple juice and put in a sippy cup, I'm very, very sorry. I know I cut the carrots a bit big, but you did very well, Bobby.
My name is Ed Hosbeck. I'm a family physician from Western Ohio. And before I get started here, do we have any lawyers here yet? No? 1, 2? You in the back? Just raise your claw. That's fine. Do you know the legal definition of medical malpractice? No. Good, then I can start off. Okay, great. I warn you, occasionally I am going to tell a placebo joke. That's comedy without the humor. So if you think the jokes suck, but the person next to you is laughing their ass off, please play along. As you know, I am a family practitioner. But when I was intern, what I really wanted to be, was a surgeon. Sorry. They wouldn't take me. It's so damn competitive. I mean, it's kind of like sucking up to Donald Trump for 12 solid months. It's brutal, and he's going, pick me, I want to scrub. You know, but to us, the surgeons, they were like Roman gods. You know, they drove much nicer chariots.
Parenting's hard. It's also hard because it's dirty. There are so many dirty parts to parenting. I defy Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs to find a dirtier job than parenting. I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you, it is dirty. Which is a problem for me because I'm a bit of a germophobic. I have issues with germs, you know. For example, and I'm going to have a little audience participation here. If you were to be stranded on a desert island with your significant other and 1 toothbrush, and your options were to share or to go fuzzy, hands up please if you would share the toothbrush. Okay, you people are sick and wrong! Because I would go fuzzy! I was telling this story one time, and this woman in the back was like heckling me, going, well, you're married, aren't you? You're married. You kiss him, don't you? You kiss him. And I'm like, yeah, I kiss him, but I don't suck his plaque. There are limits, people. These are called boundaries. So you see where I'm coming from. We were camping one time, and we were at a public swimming pool with our kids. Now, locker rooms are always hard for me anyways because it's those cold yellow tile, and there's old Band-Aids and hair on the ground. It's just... oh, it's nasty. Usually I do one of 2 things when I'm at locker rooms. I usually either bring a pair of flip-flops or I levitate across the floor, you know. It's really the only 2 good options. And I believe this day I was levitating. And I had our 3-year-old son. I was getting him all ready, and I sent him off got him all cleaned up, and I sent him off to the corner with specific instructions not to touch anything, you know, especially that metal box, you know, hanging on the wall. You know, there's no treasures in there, honey. Just trust me. So I got him all cleaned up, sent him off to the corner, and I was taking care of the 2-year-old, and I was getting her cleaned up, and I look over, and my son has gone over to the shower drain, and he's scooping water over the shower drain. So I start with the mom nag, you know, his name is JJ, so I'm like, ja. And in slow motion, he looks at me, makes eye contact, and he goes, get that kid to eat chicken worth a darn. He's lapping water off the floor in a shower. It was like an out-of-body experience. I just went, no.